Welcome back. Today we're making my favorite quick bread. This is a pumpkin spice bread. So I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. And while this is preheating, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my bread. In a large mixing bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of canned pumpkin. This is pumpkin puree. It is not pumpkin pie mix. You need to make sure you buy the right kind of pumpkin. So once I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and add that to my bowl. And then I'm going to add to that 1 cup of oil. You could use canola oil or you could use vegetable oil. Once I've added my oil, I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs. I'm using 4 large eggs. Now, after I've added the eggs, I always make sure that I wash my hands very well with hot soapy water because I don't want any cross-contamination from the raw egg. So once I have all 4 eggs in there, I'm just going to give that a nice quick whisk. I want to just mix that just to incorporate everything. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and add to that some water. I'm adding 2/3 of a cup of water. And I'm also going to add to that 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I'm just going to stir that until just mixed. Now once I've got that mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and add to that 2 teaspoons of baking soda. You want to use baking soda, not baking powder in this. And I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. And once I've got the salt added, I'm going to add to that my sugar. And I'm going to add 2.5 cups of sugar. I'm using white sugar, but you could use a cup of brown sugar and 1.5 cups of white sugar if you'd like. And I'm just going to give that just a real quick stir. Once I've got that done, to that I'm going to add my pumpkin pie spice. I'm adding 2 heaping teaspoons of the pumpkin pie spice. I like a lot of pumpkin spice flavor. Once I've got that stirred really well, I'm going to go ahead and add my flour. I'm adding 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm adding half now. Once I've got half of that added, I'm going to give this a nice stir. And I'm going to make sure that it's mixed well. And once I've got that stirred up pretty well, I'm going to go ahead and add the remaining flour. So once I've got that added, I'm going to switch over to a whisk. And I'm just going to whisk this really well. I want to make sure that everything's incorporated. All the dry ingredients are now wet. And now I'm going to prepare my pans. I am doing this in 4 mini loaf pans. You could do this in 2 to 3 large loaf pans, depending on the size. To each one, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of the batter. Once I have all the batter added, I'm just going to make sure I give each pan a little shimmy, a little shake, and a little bit of a tap. And these are now ready to go into the oven. I'm going to bake these for about 45 minutes. You'll want to start checking them at about 35-40 minutes. Once the cake tester comes out smoothly, or a knife, and they spring back to the touch, you know they're ready. I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and I'm going to let these cool for just a few minutes on the stove top. And once they're cool enough to handle, I'm going to go ahead and remove them and put them on a wire cooling rack. And these are ready to be enjoyed. You can eat them now, and you can also wrap them up and freeze them for later use. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, hit that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to post 3 videos a week, 2 cooking and baking videos, along with 1 randomness vlog. I am a huge fan of all things pumpkin spice. Well, I say all things. Just about everything I've ever tried I've liked. There's a handful of things I've tried I didn't like. But I decided October being October and Halloween, that it was a good month to do a month of pumpkin spice. So once a week for the month, I'm going to post a video. So I'll have 5 different pumpkin spice video recipes. This week, we are doing my favorite quick bread, which is a pumpkin spice quick bread. it is incredibly quick and it's incredibly easy, and it's one bowl. I mean, you really can't go wrong. You want a quick bread, this is the go-to for me. It's always really good. Sometimes I'll add chocolate chips to it, or I'll add white chocolate chips. I've added craisins. You can add nuts. It's very versatile. And actually, we got this recipe several years ago when I got married. I actually just celebrated 18 years of marriage in September. And one of my wedding gifts was a gift from my sister-in-law, Teresa, which was a cookbook from her church. As you can kind of see behind me, I have a lot of cookbooks, and that's not all of them. I probably have maybe 300 cookbooks. Huge fan of cookbooks. But anyhow, this is my very, very favorite cookbook. It's my go-to when I'm looking for a good recipe. I like church cookbooks because most of the time they're filled with really good recipes. And some of them are older, and I like older vintage recipes as well. So they're always fun for me to look through and find things. And I think that's about it. I do want to give a shout out to my oldest friend, Megan. Megan, this video is for you because I know how much you love pumpkin spice. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, not every day is good, but there's always something good in every day, and I will see you next time.